Well, joining me again on this Monday morning is, again, Bryan Shulz with the Kansas State Fair, the director of the Kansas State Fair, executive director of the Kansas State Fair. And here we go again. We're going to announce another big concert. This one's a popular one.
Absolutely. I first want to say thank you guys for everything that you do for the fair.
Well, you're welcome.
Allowing us to come in and announce these concerts. One of my big things is telling how far we are out from the fair. So we are 137 days till the 2025 Kansas State Fair.
That's going to fly by. It wasn't too long. You were saying 179. Now
exactly. Yep. So we are really excited. A lot of people like the rock and roll, and we're pleased to announce that we are bringing Hairball to the Kansas State Fair.
Outstanding.
We had Hairball a couple years ago, but as we were talking just a little bit ago, when I was up in North Dakota, I brought them for like 13 years straight, and our attendance never wavered once. It was, it's 8,000 people that would come to see Hairball, and because they do such a fantastic job.
What's it about Hairball that's so popular? It's kind of eclectic, just about.
Oh,
to
absolutely.
Some extent.
Well, for those that don't know who Hairball is, they are an 80s tribute band out of the Minneapolis, Minnesota area, and they have two lead singers. So the one singer will be on stage, and if they are doing a set of Kiss songs, the lead singer's actually dressed as Gene Simmons. And then when they go to Prince and do Prince songs, that lead singer is Prince or Twisted Sister or whatever it is. So it's just having that the all the clothing and everything that looks and sounds just like that artist that they're singing about. And that is, I think, what their big draw is.
Outstanding, because they not only play the part, they dress the part as well.
Absolutely. And then they use a lot of pyrotechnics, and it is a great show. Like I said, I've known these guys for, since 2009, so we have gotten to know them really well and their families and such. So, yeah, they are a great bunch of people. But, yeah, we're going to have them here at the Kansas State Fair on Thursday, September 11th at 7:30 p.m. in the Next Tech grandstands. And tickets will go on sale for those that have the code, and you'll get that code on Wednesday. They'll go on sale on Thursday and then Friday to the general public. So, tickets are $25 for grandstand and $30 depending on where you're going to sit. The Kansas Star Casino Party Pit tickets are $35 down there, and that's right on the floor right in front of the stage.
Wow.
We do have our VIP deck standing area. Those tickets are $75. And then if you want to have a table reserved for you for a table of 6, including your beverages and some appetizers, those are $600.
So pretty inexpensive by way of $35 to be able to go to a show. If anybody's priced a show lately, this is a good deal.
Absolutely. I watch prices across the area, Intrust and all the Wave and such. And yeah, I think what we have for our pricing is really, really, really good.
Plus, it's right smack dab in the middle of the fair this year, so that's a fun time. Everything starts off on Friday the 5th. So
yes.
This is the 11th. So why not go out and spend a day and taking a good show that night?
Absolutely. And again, if you have never seen Hairball, I would highly recommend going out on the web and searching them, seeing their performance. But if you go away from one of their concerts and not happy, wow, I don't know how that we could please you.
Every grandstand ticket also includes gate admission.
Absolutely, yes. That is a big part of it. You don't have to go out and buy your gate admission because there's going to be 2 scans on your ticket that you get, one that'll get you in the gate and one that'll get you into the grandstand.
Somebody texted me from the last show that we made and wanted to know, okay, how do you get that early coupon, so to speak, or that code?
Sure.
How do you get that?
So what you'll need to do is go out to kansasstatefair.com and register. And then what that does is that we've got our list of people that have registered or have asked for information about the fair. And then at that point in time, that's who we send that pre-code out to.
So it's just as easy as can be. Also, in case if you don't have a computer, and there's some people out there that are like that, you can call 620-669-3618 and be able to just say, hey, I don't have a computer, line me up with some tickets.
Absolutely. Margot and her team in our ticket office love to help out people. So, yes, most definitely. And I think we talk about this every time. Please do not buy your tickets anywhere else other than the Kansas State Fair, because you don't know what you're going to get if you're going to get it. And this way, by going to our website and eTix, who's our provider, you know you're going to have the tickets that you've ordered.
Yeah, exactly. And we see more and more of those scams going on, and they're some of them are legal. I mean, they can buy the ticket and sell it for more, but why do that? Why
pay it?
Why pay it?
Because you're going to be able to take in several shows for what some of these companies are charging for a one-ticket show.
Well, I tell you, along with getting the gate admission, that's a good deal. Come on out and enjoy some fair food and sit back and enjoy some rock and roll.
Absolutely.
Coming up on the 11th of September. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and talk more about some of the other ones that you've already announced, see how ticket sales are going for some of these. And also, we have a few open dates still. So in a couple of weeks, you'll be back with that as well. We'll be back with more in the morning show right after this. Welcome back. Bryan Shulz, the Executive Director of the Kansas State Fair, is here, and we just announced that Hairball will be here on September 11th. Tickets go on sale, pre-sale code will be emailed to your email address coming up this Thursday, and then on Friday at 10 a.m., open to the general public.
Absolutely, yes. Make sure that you are ready to go with that one. That's going to be a great show. They always put on a lot of fun. Just watching the two lead singers come and go from backstage with their garb and the pyrotechnics and just how they are all over the stage. It's not something that you're going to just get bored with because they put on an awesome show.
One of your picks in the announcement just mentioned also the 25th anniversary, silver anniversary.
Yeah. These guys have been around for a long time. I remember when I first booked them back in 2009, I think I paid like $3,000 for them. And now, I mean, they have grown. They've been all over the country. They're all over the world, actually. They do a lot of shows down in Florida, Vegas, so they're all over the country. So they put on an amazing show.
It's going to be a good one now. Just to run down real quick, coming up on Friday, September 5th, which is the first day of the fair, Sam Barber and Avriana will open up. How's ticket sales going for that?
Those are going really well as well. Yep.
I know you first announced Jeff Dunham on the 6th of Saturday, the 6th of September. I know people jumped right away to get those tickets because Jeff Dunham is one of the best ventriloquists ever.
Most definitely. And the neat thing about it is he called us and said he wanted to come to the Kansas State Fair. He wanted to complete his area. So he said, hey, is there any way I can get in? And when we saw that and the price he was asking, we thought, oh, absolutely, let's jump on it right away.
Outstanding. And then Josh Turner and Jason Scott in the High Heat. We just announced this last week. That's Sunday the 7th. Josh Turner is going to be a big sale. Those tickets have got to be going quick.
They are going very fast, absolutely. So make sure that all of these that you're talking about, make sure that you check them out and get out there and get them in advance so you get a good seat in the grandstand or standing area.
And one of the other ones, there's a couple that are still to be announced. Monday, September 8th, you'll be announcing that before too long. Also, Joshua Queen and Ben Fuller. That's one of the first ones you announced. That's coming up September 10th.
That's our Christian night, yes.
That's a big night. And then Ludacris coming up on September 12th, Friday, September 12th. Ludacris, and still a couple more dates to fill. So it has to be fun to roll these out like this.
Yes.
Next half hour, we're going to give away a couple of tickets to
Absolutely.
to Hairball as well. And I got a feeling the phones will be ringing. Don't call yet. We'll be doing that in just a little bit. But it has to be fun to book these. So basically, you got the other ones already filled, or are you waiting for some to still fill out?
We have one that we're waiting to fill out, but it's just now a matter of getting all their assets, their photos, their bios, all that kind of stuff, so we can create all of our media kits that go out. But yeah, we're just waiting on the Saturday, September 13th date to fill that out. We've got a meeting tomorrow, or actually, yes, tomorrow, that we'll be finalizing that. So we'll be announcing another great concert for that date.
How long have you been doing this anyway? I know I've talked to you for several years here.
I will start my 4th year here at the Kansas State Fair in August. I started August 2nd, which was 6 weeks before the 2021 State Fair. So Dr. Berger brought me in as the new general manager. He stayed on as the interim, and we went to town. We got to meet a lot of people, and we produced a phenomenal show that year. But I've been in the industry since I was on the board of our fair back in North Dakota for a couple of years, and then took over the fair management in 2008. So been in the industry for a while.
Well, you've made some vast improvements, not only to the grounds. I know new asphalt not too long ago, a couple of years ago, and the fair just continues to look really good. The addition of the 1861 building is outstanding.
Yeah, absolutely, and that is being very well used. for events, corporate weddings, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that was a huge addition to the fairgrounds.
Now, is that actually owned by the foundation? Is that how, or operated by the foundation?
It is operated by the foundation. All buildings that are built on the Kansas State Fairgrounds become the property of the state of Kansas and the state fair. So we own the building. They run the building.
Well, one of the outstanding, the Boys and Girls Club 35th anniversary, that was an outstanding get-together that they had there. So you continue just to, I think a lot of people said, okay, it's going to be really nice, but is it going to be used? It certainly has been used for weddings and other things as well.
I was kind of bummed. I was out of town doing a lot of traveling right about this time for fair industry stuff. And I was really bummed that I wasn't able to make that because I saw some pictures, and that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, under the big top. It was the greatest show on earth. Really, congratulations to Lance Patterson and the gang that did that. So just to recoup real quick, coming up the September 11th, it will be Hairball. Of course, it's an 80s tribute band, cover band, and very well known around this area. I think they've been around here several other places, Dodge City, and different places. So they have a following. So get your tickets now. If you're not registered, get registered so you can get the code and get your tickets again as cheap as $35. It goes on up from there. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I know you can't wait to do that. So we'll have you out in another couple of weeks for another announcement. And as we start to fill up for this year's fair, I know that Rob ordered some special weather for you, Bryan, for this year,
and we truly appreciate that. Last year we were it was 24 years that prior to the last fair where we didn't have any type of precipitation.
Yeah, we usually start someplace. We start cold and then hot or someplace in there, and it was
last
perfect
year was
last year.
Yes,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll have another good year this year. Again, Hairball coming September 11th. Thanks, Bryan. Appreciate it very much. Next half hour, again, we'll give away a couple tickets.
Perfect. Thank you.
We'll be back with more in the morning show on this Monday for right after this.